Welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Nate.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Mike.
Today, we come to you with another installment of our report on The Defendant by G.K. Chesterton.
I like to say, a defense of the defendant.
Yes. She contradicted me last time I suggested that's what it was.
So. Yeah, so I say persistence.
All right, fine. The defense of the defendant.
Pine needles aren't leaves!
Today's report is on the essay A Defense of Planets.
Now, this is going to be awesome because I am a lifelong science fiction fan.
Yep.
So, I thought about this.
Okay.
So, what we're going to need is a fleet of spaceships.
All right.
We can hide them around the dark side of the moon, and then they'll ambush anybody who comes to invade the planet. Also, ion cannons. Even shields didn't appear to have any effect as long as you could keep the ground forces from getting to the ion cannon. But I think most important of all, a complete planetary shield that can only be opened by secret code, such as surrounded the planet Druidia.
Okay.
As long as we don't have a very easy to guess or coerce code, that shield appeared to be impenetrable. The Spaceballs couldn't get through it.
That's fair.
That's how you defend a planet.
If I may, I like a really tight network of magnetic mines. So at the moment that you get close to them, they all begin swarming towards your ship, and
Okay, guys, although in a way you are almost correct on what this essay is about, as it's
almost correct. Good, best kind.
No, that's like the second best kind. As it's not so much a defense of planets existing, but of the Earth as a planet.
I'm very interested in defending the Earth.
It didn't mean a
as
literal.
A planet.
It was not about building a space army.
Well, of course not, because in 1902 they didn't know about space travel.
No. This essay started out with someone who had this idea, which I love how Chesterton puts this, because it is the most sweet, oh, bless your heart way of saying this. This person had an idea that he referred to as altogether one of the quaintest arguments we have ever seen. In that a Mr. Scott had a very big and complex reason for why the Earth was flat.
Big, complex, and very poorly reasoned reason.
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
I know.
It's so cute.
Now, what I really like about this is just the overwhelming affability of Chesterton. Because normally when you're confronted with a flat earther, first there's confusion. Like, wait, are they serious? Am I being punked? And then there's irrational anger that anyone could be so determinedly wrong.
And then, of course, there's always that moment where you give yourself a facepalm so forceful that you may have actually hurt yourself.
You daze yourself momentarily. But Chesterton, in the bigness of his heart, just describes this completely absurd reasoning. Like, even as flat Earth stuff goes, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
As quaint.
Yeah.
So cute.
He really had a good heart, RGK.
Yeah, he did. And I like this because, again, it is not what we would normally do. Nor is it like how there are the people who insist the Earth is flat because of religious reasons, because it said so in the Bible, where it's like you can time it on the different groups that are interdenominational of who's the first person who's going to point out that St. Augustine of Hippo, who lived in the 300s to early 400s, didn't think Genesis was literal in that sense of the word.
Yeah. Yeah. But really, what he's talking about, the central thrust is
Again, it's not about space defense.
No. I'm in earnest this time.
Okay.
Is an emerging thread through these essays. Mm-hmm. The loss of wonder. That even though we live in a very scientific, even scientistic age where, we worship reason as the only thing, people are actually quite dull in their appreciation of it. Because if they stopped for a minute to think about the actual implications of our understanding of the universe, that we live on a planet that is rotating at a tremendous velocity. And as it's rotating, it is revolving around the sun at an even more tremendous velocity. And the sun is itself revolving around the black hole at the center of the galaxy. And all the while, we're careening through space away from the point of origin, which Father Lemaitre described as the Big Bang. Well, he described it as the cosmic egg. His enemies described it as the Big Bang. But nevertheless...
Yes. I do like that originally the Big Bang Theory was done to be an insult to the religious aspects of this theory.
Yeah. But yeah, we're surrounded by the incredible wonder of the universe. That we're on this rapidly spinning planet, and yet we don't just go flying off into space. And yet, most of us walk around as if the Earth really is flat.
Well, that's because you get super dizzy and sick all the time.
Well,
like, you know those people who get car sick. This would be like everyone.
Super vertigo, and you can't get rid of it.
Exactly.
Well, and I really
because if you lay down, the Earth doesn't stop moving.
No, that makes it worse.
I really liked the notion of the Copernican poetry. That if all of these great poems and all these great, these idyllic moments were actually framed in an actual big picture of the Earth kind of viewpoint. You've got the man who's meditating up on the mountain, but the mountain is actually moving around at like thousands of miles per second through space, and he's going around and around and straight and up, and it's
like when you go to Cedar Point and you ride the troika, so that you're simultaneously moving in 3 axes, and it's virtually impossible not to throw up.
Yeah. But I also like some of the things that he referenced, like the young men all fit and ready to perform in athletics who went and raced up the ocean, or the looking down at the stars. But to your point about the science, if you really look at it though, to a certain extent, science has a tendency to be reductivist in the way that it moves people. Mm-hmm. And that the whole reason we got into science was because we wanted to learn more about this wonderful world and how it worked. But every single time, once we got to the point where we understood something, it's sort of like a toddler looking back at the toys he had when he was a baby. Oh, yeah. That's not. Yeah, this was cute. It was fun for a time, but man, I figured out how to walk. I don't need to crawl anymore.
Whereas I have always thought that is looking at things the exact wrong way.
No, absolutely.
That the deeper we go into it, the more astonishing it all is. In Chesterton's own words. If we once realize all this earth as it is, we should find ourselves in a land of miracles. We shall discover a new planet at the moment that we discover our own. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
I know, right?
It's magnificent.
It is.
And yet we act as if it's nothing.
It's ordinary. We did this all yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I know that the universe is expanding. And I'm just going to focus on my phone.
So go outside. Maybe not right at this moment, but sometime in the near future, and just look around. Really breathe in the wonder that is the world. This world that we are living on, that's spinning. While it's spinning and moving, it's... All right, I'm dizzy now. Ooh. Go down below.
Okay. Or up above. Depending on your perspective. Maybe sideways.
Maybe it's behind you.
Yep.
Comment on the discussion. Let us know what you thought. Maybe you're reading along with us and you have some thoughts you'd like to share. Maybe you're not reading along with us and something we said sparked something in your interest.
What is your planetary defense strategy?
Or what is your poem that is on science talks about the time in which you can see the sun peeking up over the horizon of the Earth as it spins. And not sunrise, because that's not technically
Earth
correct.
turning.
Yep, Earth turning.
We should have a contest for the best Copernican poem.
Yes.
But we're still waiting to get enough likes for that one, so you have to write one about cheese while eating cheese.
Cheese.
I don't know. I will mail out stickers to the best Copernican poem.
And again, cheese poem.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
So, anyways, subscribe to our channel, ring the church bell to be notified when the next plot is uploaded, which will be, as we continue, a defense of China shepherdesses.
That's going to be interesting. I look forward to finding out what the heck a China Shepherdess is.
We all do. Give this episode a like, and until next time,
Remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
share that love.
Do you like art?
Ooh.
Do you like art with cute animals?
Ooh.
Do you like cute art with would you like art with cute animals and alcoholic beverages?
Well, I certainly like the alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure to go down below, click on those links to check out our friends over at Quack Quack Honk Designs. Buy some art from them, and by doing so, you will thank them for having bought us this magnificent microphone.
It's about time that we finally have a mic around here that does some work.
A book has at one time come under my notice called Terra Firma, The Earth, Not a Planet. The author was a Mr. D. Wardlaw Scott,